go. Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Here we are back with morning coffee, Klatch.
Chad and Kim.
How's everybody doing today? It's getting a little colder here in Texas.
Until tomorrow. And then it'll be nice for a week. And then I think it's going to go down to like normal January, February temps.
Which is like 60s?
60s and 50s.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Which
is okay.
We're still getting used to the weather. Moving here from another state. In the other state, we had mountains. I could go, okay, that's east, that's west. I got no mountains here to go. Denver, mountains are west.
Yep.
Okay. So we're here again today to just have a little morning thought and have a conversation. Coffee.
I was thinking if we're having a morning thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have notes on this that I'm going to have to read because there's a lot of big words and dates and.
That's why she's doing it, not me, because I don't do the big words, none.
Well, I may not know how to do some of these correctly. But
okay.
The extinction of the dinosaurs.
Dun, dun, dun!
You hear people say, oh, it was because of a pole reversal. Other people say, oh, it was because of an asteroid. Other people go, well, this, that. As a lifetime dog lover, I'm thinking they died because of eating grass. Not the kind of grass you put in edibles, but grass.
Yeah, they're all. Hey, Stiggy in. Yeah.
You know what? They wouldn't do that because T-Rex couldn't. Maybe that's why they were so mad, so mean.
See, that's how we get people to quit smoking. We shorten their arms. Okay.
Okay, so, and with my theory, if anybody takes it and decides to write a paper on it for like the Nobel Prize, you can't forget us. Yeah, we're not going to say, no, it's our idea. You just can't forget us. Okay.
A little blurb
yeah.
at the bottom.
And you know, the pole reversal theory has been debunked. The Earth has gone through so many pole reversals and still does. They actually occur like every million years. There's a pole reversal. So if the poles reverse, meaning the north and south poles, the magnetic poles, we're not going to all fly off the Earth. We're not going to all die. It's something that happens all the time, and we survive quite well. We've adapted. But in the 4.5 billion years the Earth has been alive. And yes, according to scientists, geologists, paleontologists, anthropologists, the world is 4.5 billion years old. I know the Bible says it's only like 6 million. It's actually 4.5 billion. Okay, and I'm not trying to cause a fight.
That's just something we saw.
Yeah, don't come for us. This is just when you're looking at the numbers, you're looking at
4.5 billion?
4.5 billion. So, and yes, we believe in God, we believe in Jesus. We are not atheists, but please don't come after us because we're not believing the Earth is only 6 million years old. Okay.
Because on the third day, God created the Remington 870 shotgun to help man fight the dinosaurs.
You wish. Okay. So, in the Earth's history, there have been multiple mass extinction events. Multiple. The first one happened in the Cretaceous period. Or Cretaceous period.
Cretaceous, that sounds familiar.
And it's called the Ordovician Silurian, which happened 440 million years ago. And 85% of all life on Earth was extinct. Eradicated. That's the word I was looking for. Then in the tertiary extinction, which happened during the late Devonian period, which happened 365 million years ago. 75% of all life gone. And then 253 million years ago, there was the Permian Triassic extinction.
Permian Triassic. One of my favorites.
And 96% of all marine life and 70% of all terrestrial life. Now remember, terrestrial means on land, not extraterrestrial, which is the little aliens.
Bet it was the aliens' fault, too.
Could be.
Those dirty aliens.
Then there was the Great Dying, which took place during the Triassic-Jurassic period, 201 million years ago, which eradicated 80% of all life. Then during the KT extinction, which was 66 million years ago, is the fifth mass extinction event, and it's the one they believe took out all of the dinosaurs. Okay. Excuse me. So, those are the great extinction events. Now, when it comes down to asteroids and meteors, there were a high number of asteroid and meteor impacts on the Earth during this fifth extinction event. It wasn't just one meteor that hit. I mean, there are some people who believe that there was one and it happened in, I believe it was South America, that left this huge 8-mile long crater, and that wiped out all dinosaurs. Now, with all these meteor impacts and asteroid impacts, it did send the Earth into a huge winter worldwide. Very cold, very little sun, and yeah, that could have killed off the dinosaurs. I'm not going to say that did not happen. I'm just going.
It's a theory that can't be proved or disproved.
Right.
But it's still a pretty good theory.
So, if you do a lookup, because I do all of my own research, and when I do research, it's not because I'm watching a video of something that somebody else puts out. I am actually going through to the document sources and doing my own research. And I don't use Wikipedia because who knows how true that is. So
when every college professor goes, you use Wikipedia, you'll get an F right off the bat.
Right. And if you use Google, you can't just use the first page. You have to go deeper. And I majored in history, and I wrote my capstone paper, so I know about digging through Google to find.
See, and that's where we met, because I was studying fraternity studies.
That's a good way to put it.
And with a minor in sororities. Or, as they call it, Greek studies. Mm-hmm. And then, see, now looking at throughout the world, everybody goes, well, gee, grass. Are we ready for grass?
No, not yet. We're gonna come up on that.
Okay, come on up on it.
So, if you do, until recently, everything says, oh, grass didn't exist. Dinosaurs did not eat grass. Dinosaurs didn't eat grass. Well, in 2000, or they say they didn't eat grass because grass didn't exist. Remember that.
Only
they
ferns.
said grass didn't exist. Even though in the 50s, there were dinosaur books for little kids that showed the dinosaurs eating grass.
There was no grass. They ate ferns and conifers.
Right. Now, in 2005, some archaeologists found dung spores. Why they would want to check dung spores? That seems like huge reason not to be an archaeologist, but they did.
So there's a group of archaeologists sitting around going, okay, who's going to do the dinosaurs? 1, 2, 3. Not it. Ah!
Right.
I got to do skulls.
So until 2005, it was believed that grass evolved 55 million years ago. Remember that. 55 million years. That's a very important point here to remember. But then fossilized dung was found that contained silica structures called phytoliths. Sorry, I had to study the word to see how to say it. Phytoliths. Phytoliths are the structures that grass is based on. So this dung, this fossilized dung, proved there was grass on the earth 65 to 70 million years ago. Okay. And we're saying 201 million years ago. Could be when the dinosaurs went away. So, and Kim, you may be saying to yourself, that's great, but what does this have to do with the extinction of the dinosaurs? I'm so glad you asked. Dinosaurs were not ruminants. Now, a ruminant animal is like a cow, an elk, a deer, where they have a 4-chamber stomach. And when they eat the grass, they can chew it, swallow it, bring it back up, chew it some more, swallow, because it goes to the different chambers. And any of you who have ever owned a dog who loves to eat grass, and I'm talking from experience, not this.
Horrible, terrible experience.
You know that what goes down must come back up.
Or out.
And it usually happens on a brand new, really expensive area rug in the front room.
Or on your brand new hardwood floor.
Yeah. So, and yes, we had a boxer who, it wasn't anything bothering his stomach. It was just, he loved to eat grass. So, if dinosaurs were eating grass and they didn't have the ability to digest it, it's going to come out in their dung. If anybody's ever chased a dog with a paper towel. Or they were just going to vomit it back up.
There's God chasing a triceratops around the picture. Come here, Pointy. Goddamn triceratops.
Now you made me lose where I was, my train of thought.
Okay, it all comes up.
Okay, it comes up. So, if the dinosaurs ingest the grass, they either or
South
or north,
or north.
they're not going to get the nutrients they need. And if they're not getting the nutrients they need as the herbivores, then the predatory dinosaurs, who are carnivorous, aren't going to get
Their nutrition.
their nutrients when they kill and devour the herbivore dinosaurs.
Okay.
That's just kind of my...
That is a really good theory. So, starting at the bottom of the food chain, grasses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the Lion King has any credibility here, the antelope eat the grass, the lions eat the antelope, in this case, the triceratops, and the stegosaurus eats grass.
And the duck-billed.
And the duckbills. And then the Spinosaurus aegypticus eats the duckbills. And there's no nutrition flowing up the chain. They all wither and die. Is that a yes?
Yeah, that's kind of my theory.
I think that's a great theory. Now, we saw that picture of the Protoceratops with a belly full of grass. And it had choked on it, fallen down, got covered in sediment. Now we found him like thousands of millions of years later. So something like that, you go, an environmental change that they couldn't handle. There were some extinctions.
Right.
And in going back through it, the evolution of grass from ferns and conifers was such a botanical change that the animals couldn't keep up with it, so they all fall down dead.
Right. And they don't, in these mass extinction events, like the one that said, what was it, 90% of all marine life and yeah, 96% of all marine life and 70% of all terrestrials. Doesn't mean they're all gone like that.
I mean, these are millions of years of it happening.
Right.
Because we're looking at a fossil record that says 1 million years, and we see something in there, it could have been anywhere.
Right.
Now, well, it's like, and we've had a ton of mini extinctions. I was watching John Leguizamo and his one-man stage show. And he was talking about the extinction of the American Indian and through Mexico, that suddenly out of nowhere 95% of the people disappeared, and they had no solid clue why. And this was before Columbus got here. Suddenly 95% of the people died. We've had minor ice ages that have changed people.
We've had some major ice ages.
We've had some major ice ages.
We have had some super volcanic eruptions
Now,
that affected the entire world, not just their little
in
area.
our lifetimes,
We haven't
Mount
had any in our
Pinatubo.
lifetime,
Mount Pinatubo.
but that wasn't in our lifetime.
This last one, there was in the Philippines.
Oh no, I was
The
thinking
ash had gone all the way around the earth to Europe.
yeah,
thought.
but I'm thinking the big Mount Pinatubo eruption that what happened in like the 1800s, maybe the early 1900s, but I think it was the late 1800s that was the big one.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on all along this pattern. And so not only these big ones are, okay, like, they have examples. They have evidence of the big crater.
Right.
And then somebody writes a paper and says, this is amazing. This is what did it. Well, there was about 1 million other things that have gone on in the last 1 million years. Maybe one species went away, one species came in. The rats that were developing during that time, the little tree marmosets and stuff like that, were eating the eggs. So the population went down.
Yeah. And just remember, this is a theory. This isn't me going,
Just a theory, yeah.
this is what happened. It was
But-
because dinosaurs ate grass.
So our overall theory is many other things, including grass, weather, and climactic and world spanning, but mostly grass. Evil grass. That's why I take one day of my week and I spend an hour cutting those dirty grass down in my yard, coming up like little monsters to attack us. Mow it down.
So, but that's just my theory.
What a wonderful theory. And you get a college golf clap. Okay, so in other words, it could be worse. Have a nice day. Because, hey, gee, I wonder what that thing is.
But it also means, basically, nobody knows for sure how the dinosaurs or why the dinosaurs went extinct. And if anybody tries to tell you, oh, well, this is why, and not say, well, my theory is, or the theory is, they're full of it.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows. Even continental drift is still a theory.
Really?
Yeah.
Continental drift is still a theory. Mm-hmm. Earthquakes and stuff like that doesn't prove that. That's
It hasn't been.
again.
It's all still a theory.
It's all still a theory.
That's why it's called the theory of continental drift.
We're gonna get some letters on this. We're gonna get some comments. Come on, comment. Let's have a discussion about this. Because honestly, the foundation of intelligence starts with, I don't know. I don't know. Let's look into it. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a
Cup of coffee.
cup of coffee. Sit around a table and a greasy spoon in the middle of swampy, soggy bottom Texas. Figure out what we're going to do with that new beaver dam that just scrumped up and flooded old Pete's.
Just take a ripper bar to it, pull it apart. I know you're thinking dynamite.
Nope, don't use dynamite no more.
No.
It's more fun using a 4-wheel drive pickup truck. But hey, everybody have a good day. Think a deep thought.
Yeah.
Take a moment.
And like, share, subscribe. And just so y'all know, when we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do something special. We're not ready to announce what it is. But we get to 100 subscribers, we got something special planned.
I'm just so excited. Usually it'll make me look like a big doofish redneck. But hey, everybody have a positive day. Have a cup of coffee. Bye.